The world is always on fire. The tribes of the Holy Lands have been bickering for centuries over spurious statues and false prophets, and all that division only fuels hate and scars the lands of Allah. Only 100 years ago, the Christians fought against us in their so-called Holy Crusade. Deceived by their leaders and the Vatican, the Crusaders believed their bloodshed and ransacking of our lands to be a holy act. This glorified slaughter of our people, legislated by Satan himself, dressed in papal robes, resulted in the conquest of Jerusalem. The tribes of Allah were in disarray. I was the first to unite them under one banner, to start the only war that mattered, a war in the name of the one true God, the greatest war the Holy Lands had ever seen. I was always told I was special, that I would lead the people of this earth to the light of Allah. What a fool I was. I wagered their words over those of God's, falling to my own hubris. Only 10 years ago, the leprous boy king Baldwin IV of Jerusalem shattered my forces at Montissade. I barely escaped with my life. Yet Allah works in mysterious ways. After the leprous king's death, the kingdom of Jerusalem was in disarray, and I, Saladin, the first of the Ayyubid dynasty, was granted another chance to prove myself. I will purify the sacred lands of my ancestors. At the horns of Hattin, a most sacred battleground, I will face the Christian forces and reconquer the jeweled city of the Holy Lands. Jerusalem will once again know peace. In the name of Allah.
Father, I'm so bored of traveling. When will we finally reach Sepphoris?
Well, we still have some ways to go along this road until we get to the main trade route.
I see. May I ride ahead and see if there's anything unexpected waiting us?
Well, go if you must, but not too far. Your mother will kill me if anything happens to you.
Come on, you did the right thing. Tensions in Tiberias are getting high. It's time for us to get out of here. Ooh, I'm sure someone will arrive soon who will be happy to share some supplies with us.
Stop! Stop! There are bandits ahead, and they've hidden in the bushes. They will attack us as soon as they see our caravans.
By the Prophet! How many are there?
I didn't get the exact count, but surely about 10.
We're too far from the city to turn back. There is no other way forward. We'll have to sneak up on them and teach them a lesson. Lead the way, my son.
Their camp is surrounded by bushes. If we use them as cover, we should have a chance to surprise them.
Look, brothers! Reino de Chatillon was right! There are still infidels wandering this trail! Follow me! Kill the pagans! In the name of God!
Our scouts were right. These are pilgrims of the false god on their way to Nazareth.
Saladin, these are unarmed people. Maybe if you show them mercy.
No, Gugbori. There is a fine line between mercy and weakness. I've been merciful many times already, even as Renaud de Chatillon continues to break our truce. My mercy has come to an end. These Christians are responsible for the deaths of our brothers and sisters. Abdullah, you know what to do. We will meet by the dead tree on the plain when you are done.
Yes, Saladin! Riders, follow me! It's time for revenge! In the name of Allah! Slaughter! Kill! Cavalry! Not new gear!
Muslims are coming! Run for your lives!
Let this bloodshed be an omen of triumph for the one and only true God! Allahu Akbar!
Ah, you are here. Good. We did what we had to do. But now, we must focus on what lies ahead of us. As soon as Guy de Lusignan hears we are besieging Tiberias, he will send the army of Jerusalem via Sepphoris. We need to prepare.
There are several water sources in the area, which the Infidels' army could use. We will destroy them, and the Desert Sun will do the rest.
The wells are defended by the Crusaders' garrisons, but this is nothing my riders can't handle.
Good. Take care of it. These are all the forces I can spare, so you'll have to make do. I must set off to keep an eye on the march of our main forces.
The enemy is on the move. The infidels are marching as if the devil himself was chasing them. They want to reach Tiberias before dark.
Do you have anything to say, Abdullah al-Mohammadi?
Nothing that is intended for you to hear, Gokbori.
Great! All the wells have been destroyed. The desert is now on our side. We need to send word to Saladin. Saladin! We were just about to send a messenger.
We have to act fast. The Crusaders have rolled up their camp and are marching towards Tiberias. They will be here any minute. Have you destroyed all the wells?
We did not leave a single drop of water for them. There was also an enemy patrol, but we took care of them.
Very well. We must be swift. Very soon, God will test the strength of our faith in him. Gukbori, I have brought you the rest of your men. When the enemy arrives, harass them and slow them down with a volley of arrows. Hit-and-run attacks. Avoid open battle. Crusader armor is thick, but time is on our side. Abdullah, ride with me. I need you to engage the other section of the Christians' army. Now, get to work. Let the wisdom of Allah guide us.
Right, Saladin!
They're coming. It's just their vanguard of poorly armored infantry.
Wound as many enemy soldiers as possible! The injured ones will cause chaos, and surely their ranks will crumble!
Enemies ahead!
Scheiße! Saracens! They will shoot us down like animals!
Shut the fuck up, you goat fucker! We can't reach them yet! Hold formation for fuck's sake! March!
Enemies
God almighty, those damn archers! We must reach Tiberias as soon as possible to break the siege! Hold formation! Stay together! Forward!
Eyes on the infidels!
Stop! New orders from the king! We must set up camp here, where we stand! We shall continue the march tomorrow!
Allah is great. It was an exhausting day for the Crusaders. Now, we will make sure they will find neither peace nor rest during their sleep. I brought some rested horsemen with me. We won't let the Christians forget about our presence all night.
The infidels won't sleep tonight. Saladin, I'll see to it. For the glory of Allah.
Ah, good. Gukbori, you'll take command of our left wing. When the time comes, you'll cut off the escape route for the Christians. Let us proceed.
Shit! It's the enemy's cavalry! This wasn't the plan! No one was supposed to see us!
Thank you for saving us, Abdullah al-Mohammadi. I didn't recognize you right away. Please, forgive me.
Worry not, brother. What are you doing here?
After a day of walking in the heat, the spirits of the Christians are weak. Many of their soldiers cannot stand it and are fleeing under the cover of night. They're trying to sneak through these three paths and vanish into the ravines. We have orders to stop them.
A great idea. I'll take command of your units, and together we'll make sure that no scabby coward gets out of here alive.
Yes, General. We can light up the campfire so it's easier for us to spot them.
Let us pass. I beg you. We don't want to fight. We just want to return to our homes.
You praise a false god and betray your comrades in arms. You don't deserve to live.
We cannot allow our vigilance to fail! Replace those who have been killed!
Die in the flames, godless filth! The sun rises! Today will be the day of a great triumph for Allah! Brothers, you did well. We will withdraw the rest of our forces. Let them roll up their camp and take a walk in the burning sun once more.
This will all be over soon! The Crusaders are marching for the second day in a row, without any water or protection from the sun. Their injured troops burden them and weaken their morale. They are exhausted and at death's doorstep. Brothers, Allah gave us this day of victory as a reward for our prayers. Today, we will break the Christian forces. Follow me! Let us show them the wrath we have carried in our hearts for almost 100 years! Today, we begin the march to retake Jerusalem! Watch out! Get ready! Those are knights! The heavy cavalry of the Crusaders! Excellent! Their lines have been broken. The Christian army is in disarray. Now it's our chance! Move on! Forward! Fight! Get them all! In the name of God, victory will be ours!
The filth of the infidels was spread across the battlefield. But the dog I was hunting, Renald de Chatillon, was nowhere to be found. For me, he embodies everything the Christians stand for. Hiding behind false prophets, this true infidel broke treaties as easily as the morning bread. Numerous times he attacked our caravans, and for this blasphemy against the Prophet Muhammad, I vow death upon him. With the Crusader Kingdom's forces in shambles, there is nothing keeping us back from taking the Holy Lands. City by city, fortress by fortress, we're regaining what is rightfully ours. The first fortress to remind us of what we are fighting for is the fortress of Acre. Despite my scattered forces, with many of them still entrenched by the horns of Hattin, I must act now and take the fortress while the Christians are still in disarray. My enemies already know I have not the forces for an extended siege, and I have no doubt they will use this against me. I consulted with the highest force known to me, and Almighty Allah, in His infinite wisdom, granted me a vision. I will take Acre not with sheer force, but with guile. I'm to send assassins after Acre's generals, and thusly will the doors of the city open.
Lousy rats! The Crusaders have hidden behind the walls of Acre. We don't have enough soldiers to break down their defenses. Time is also not on our side. My scouts have reported that an enemy formation is heading in this direction. Probably Crusader reinforcements from Tyr.
Open the gates! We're sending a patrol!
It's definitely him.
Assassins? That means Saladin sent you. If you want to claim Acre, then you have to destroy the gears on the gates in order for them to open them. Acre will then be vulnerable to your attacks. The gears can be found near the gates. A strong explosion should do the job. And one more thing. If you want to make the attack easier, you should weaken the defenders before your main assault. There are 3 great Crusader knights in Acre. Ulrich von Wertheim, our quartermaster. At the moment, he is preparing an evacuation plan for our valuables. In the east, Jacques de Cognac, an eminent strategist who does not go anywhere without his bodyguards. And Günther von Rosenheim, an eminent military engineer. He only goes out into the city's various districts at night. Killing them will significantly affect the defenders' morale. Though even with their deaths, they will still be able to replenish any shortages of troops. Destroying their recruitment buildings will stop them for sure.
They are shooting them out!
Splendid! The gates to Acre are opened. Allah watches over our success. It's only a matter of time before Acre is ours!
Sound the alarm! The gate is destroyed! We have to defend Acre! Everyone to their positions! Our recruitment buildings are all destroyed! We won't be able to make up for our losses! Where are Jacques and the others? What? They were killed! We're doomed!
We are taking enemy fire!
It's only a matter of time before the other strongholds are again under our rule. Let us celebrate! Allah is ultimately merciful. As humans, we are far from perfect, and to bathe in His light is to act against our weaknesses. Some can be spared, if they are willing to see Allah's grace. Those who rebel against the one true God will meet their end by my hand, or support us in our holy cause, whether they like it or not. But there's still one person that will never earn my compassion. Ranald de Chatillon. That dog hid himself in Ashkelon. I could march on Jerusalem immediately without delay. But Ranald has become something else for me. This war bears Ranald's face. For all of the sins against myself and Allah, I promise Ranald death. And as I was taught, the king must always follow through. Jerusalem will have to wait. At least, until I set Ashkelon alight.
Okay, we're here. This is the place from where Saladin wants to start the assault on Ashkelon. We need to secure the water sources in the area. The closest well is south. Great work. This well is sufficient for our needs. Now, let's focus on our base. It must be ready for the next battle. There's a village nearby with resources for the taking. Let's use it to strengthen our base. This caravan owes us a favor for helping them. Let's ask them for their supplies. This village will also need to collect resources for us. Slay them!
Ranald! The time has come for you to pay for your sins. Turn the Ashkelon into dust! Show them no mercy! Time is of the essence. Before the sun sets, this city needs to be under our control.
Consider it done, Saladin. I need to stay on this battlefield till the very end.
The time has come!
Truly, God has made this opportunity for us to do His will. The enemy of our faith, Renald, must be punished. Nothing will save him now. Allahu Akbar!
I am the hand of Allah in the domain of men, and no one but me is to pass judgment upon those who spread profanity against him. Eventually, Renald de Chatillon, the blaspheming sack of foul meat, met the sharp end of my blade. His death was a promise to every infidel in the Kingdom of Jerusalem that those who defy the sons of Ishmael will meet a similar end. I regret that Renald's blood won't be the last to be shed in this war. As Ashkelon falls into my domain, I'm forced to stay and overlook the introduction of new laws. In the meantime, I have delegated my best generals to besiege Jerusalem. May Allah grant them strength.
Jerusalem. We're so close. We could attack before Saladin arrives.
This is not our plan. Saladin ordered us to prepare the camp for his arrival. We will need resources for this, including water.
We can find water in the villages. Building a well in the camp will also help.
The more villages we take, the more water we will have to maintain our army.
Gokbori, the peasants from the nearby villages are looking for shelter in Jerusalem. They have opened their gates. This is our opportunity to strike.
This is against the orders of Saladin!
If Saladin were here and saw what I have seen, he would support my idea. Remember, you are not the only one who decides the fate of our mission.
100 years ago, when the infidels took Jerusalem from us, they refused to give mercy to our ancestors. Yes, we have waited forever for this moment. Burn it! Burn it all!
What imbeciles! No wonder Jerusalem fell a century ago, if the city was governed by fools as incompetent as my generals. I promised Abdullah, the general in charge of the siege, that history will never know his name, and he'll spend the rest of his life as a common tax collector. I granted him this mercy, so that his name would not become synonymous with fools among future generations. History, though, is often an ironic tale. The Christians captured Jerusalem from the north. Their knights fought in the shade of the citadel's walls, allowing them to hide from the scorching sun. I promptly directed my own assault from the very same side, knowing full well that those walls were never truly repaired to their former glory.
My kin! My brothers! A lot of blood has been shed to make this day possible. But here we stand, and before us lies our ultimate goal. Holy Jerusalem! Brothers! God has heard our prayers and given us a chance for revenge. We shall not waste it. Death to the infidels! Jihad!
Good speech, Saladin. Our men are eager to fight. However, it seems like the Christians have prepared themselves surprisingly well. Jerusalem looks strong.
The city will be ours. It's only a matter of time. We need to establish workshops for the production of siege machinery.
There is a well-equipped blacksmith in the settlement to the east. Our engineers can make good use of it.
Saracens! In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, I demand that you depart these grounds and leave Jerusalem alone. There is no place for you here.
It's Balian to Ibali. Somehow he managed to escape me at the horns of Hattin. It looks like he's taken charge of the city's defenses.
Balian de Iberlin! We outnumber you! Our supplies are greater, and Allah is on our side. We will take the city! You and I both know this!
You have left me no choice, Saladin. We will defend ourselves with the blessing of the Holy Trinity. You want to fight? We'll give you one!
So... Fire! Run! Very good. Now, target the nearest gate. Kukbori, gather your men. When the gate crumbles, we will storm through. Knife, watch out!
Now, soldiers, push through! With me to Jerusalem!
We shall withdraw. Let us see what the night brings. Tomorrow, we will continue our struggle.
Their numbers are limited. If we broaden the scale of the assault, they will have no choice but to spread out their forces.
You're right. We will crush the other gates and strike in multiple locations. They won't be able to withstand the sheer breadth of our attack.
Allah is merciful. However, I'm afraid breaching the first wall will only be the beginning.
Kokbori, Saladin, please, forgive my intrusion. A legation from Jerusalem has arrived.
Let them come. They know as well as we do that our victory is only a matter of time.
God's blessings be upon you, Saladin.
And also with you, Balian de Ibn, defender of Jerusalem. What brings you to my camp?
We are both reasonable men, Saladin. God does not want this bloodshed. Only you and I have the power to end it.
We haven't forgotten the massacre of Muslim families by your fellow Christians' hands. I will take the city by force, unless you surrender unconditionally.
To that I cannot agree. The lives and safety of all who live in Jerusalem are my responsibility. I won't surrender the city without terms.
So, it seems we will meet tomorrow as enemies then.
I don't understand all these patrols around the camp. Holy God, we're the most powerful army in Egypt and Syria, and they're under siege. Oh, we did it! The sun is rising, and we have driven all the assassins away. Allahu Akbar!
Allahu Akbar indeed. Now, stop shouting in my face.
Let this sun bear witness to today's glorious deeds. Kukbori, tell the engineers to resume construction of the catapults.
I already have, Saladin. Now, we have to make sure that they arrive at their destination intact. Those archers on the walls will give us a hard time. We should address this issue now, to avoid taking heavy casualties.
Trust in Allah's grace, Kukbori. I brought my best craftsmen with me. We can build scorpions at our camp and clear the walls from a safe distance. Now, destroy those gates! Men, be ready! Prepare to breach!
bravery! Fight!
Allah's might is endless! Now, entry to the city is wide open!
There are a few main points of resistance in the city. If we manage to crush them, the lower city will be ours.
Leave us alone, you sons of bitches!
That's all of them! The lower city is ours!
It's a great achievement, but we are not done yet! Attack the gate!
Try to use grenades!
It's no use. Worry not, my brothers. We have made great progress today. We will return here tomorrow with all of Allah's wrath.
Saladin, I had a thought. Maybe we can use the same tactics against the Crusaders as they did to us.
Are you talking about the assassins? It might work. They should be able to sneak through the Crusaders' defenses and open the gates for us.
I will see to it.
Carefully, quietly, and there it is. The gate opening mechanism. If we destroy it, the infidels won't be able to close the gate.
Hey, what the hell was that? It was near the gate! Oh no! Gather the men, Gukbori! We have to reach that gate! We will see what gifts Allah and the knights have brought. The gate is wide open! Excellent! Kill the defenders! Ah, very good. We are getting closer and closer. Allah has rewarded our patience.
We expect the most resistance to be at two of the military camps located in this part of the city. The Crusaders are sure to put up a fight for them.
We will crush all of the opposing forces. Jerusalem will be ours soon!
We did it! This city level is ours! Now, to the next gate!
Grenades! Bring grenades! I don't care if it takes another 100 years. I will destroy this gate and pass through. Don't stop! Bombard it with everything you have!
Saladin! Your thirst for revenge blinds your common sense! This is your last chance for us to resolve this like reasonable men!
Do not tell me what to do, Balian de Ibn. I am Saladin Yusuf of the Ayyubid dynasty, and in the name of Allah, I will conquer this city!
Such a vain effort! I'd rather destroy every Muslim holy place, kill every Arabian slave, and burn all my wealth than allow Jerusalem to be taken by force. You will gain nothing but rocks and sand this way!
Are you really such a fool, Balian de Ibelin? To sacrifice your conscience and salvation for hatred? Well, It would seem I have to be the wiser man here. So be it, defender of Jerusalem. Let us negotiate the terms of the holy city's surrender. Within the walls of Jerusalem, Allah's word can be heard from every corner. The city fell to my army. Luckily, our holy shrine survived the assault, and my warriors could seek solitude in the cold rooms of the Al-Aqsa. The Christian citizens of Jerusalem will be judged accordingly. Those who valued their false god above Allah will soon face their sentence in the endless desert as exiles. If their god is as merciful as they say, then they will find a safe passage home. If not, I hope Allah will save their lost souls. The victory in Hattin and the fall of Jerusalem prompted another crusade by the Christians. The King of England led the Christian forces himself, and despite initial victories on the battlefield, the Christians never reached Jerusalem again. Finally, a truce was reached, and unarmed Christians were permitted to visit the Holy Lands as pilgrims. After a century-long struggle, we have recaptured the Holy Lands, and I believe we shall never lose them. To do so, we will never allow any Christian kingdom to gain influence or jurisdiction over this territory ever again. This is the will of Allah. May His peace be with us always.